As Gretchen just said, nothing's changed with the balance of power. We need somebody who can reach across the aisle. But from the books I've read about this administration, Barack Obama in many ways doesn't have a bipartisan in his body.
Yeah, I think that's true. I don't think there's going to be a lot of reaching. But in response, we need to understand just how weakly this president was reelected, by the skin of his teeth. First of all, a switch of 0.2% of the vote would have changed the outcome. And secondly, he is the first president of the United States ever to be reelected by less than he got elected by. Every other president who's won a second term gained in their margin. Ronald Reagan won by more in '84 than in '80. Bill Clinton won by more in '96 than in '92. Bush won by more in '04 than in 2000. He won by 7 in 2008 and by 1 in 2012. This is not a mandate. And the Republican Party needs to work with him when he's positive. But otherwise, we need to stand up against this socialist agenda and stop him from fundamentally changing the United States into a European socialist country.
We have some deadlines coming up. We got a fiscal cliff to deal with. We have Tax-Mageddon coming around the corner with the Bush tax rates going up. We're looking at another recession. Wouldn't it be nice to get this passed? Wouldn't it be nice to reform this? We have to come up with something. So what's changed?
Well, I think what's changed is that you have the elections out of the way. People have voted for this division. But I think that what we have to understand is that this is a president that lost 7 points of the mandate he was elected for in 2008. He won by 7 then. He won by 1 last night. And I think that the Republicans cannot be intimidated. They can't be cowed. They've got to stand up and make sure that he does not make permanent these socialist big government programs that he's been pushing during his first term. Well, the American people don't want it. They didn't vote for it. And his election should not be construed as a mandate for it. I don't think for a second that he's going to become bipartisan in his old age. I think he'll treat this as a mandate to go even farther to the left, starting, by the way, immediately with some of these treaties that surrender our sovereignty that I've been warning about in my book.
Well, you're certainly, Dick, you're certainly right about the mandate business, because according to FoxNews.com/ElectionHQ, the president wound up with 59 million of the popular vote and Mitt Romney 57. So it certainly was very close. We thank you so much for getting up and